Hello my fellow heroes of the Lost Age. Recently I found myself watching some AoE 2 games again, and from the very beginning everyone seemed trying to get a hill bonus on their side. But getting the hill is not a thing in Age of Mythology. Wait, is it? So first things first. Is there something like a hill bonus in Age of Mythology? When is it triggered? How high is it? And for what unit does it count? Maybe flying units? If you are a modder, you might be familiar with the following tech: height bonus multiplier. And what this does is defining the hill bonus. It looks like a 25% bonus is dealt by every unit effectively holding the high ground. But how this transforms into the game, we only can see by carrying out some tests. Alright, stage 1 is simple. We make a huge hill so that nothing can go wrong and have some brave guys fighting each other. Yeah, and this brings us to fact number 1. There is a hill bonus in Age of Mythology. Okay, test number 2 is about verifying the damage bonus that is being done. In order to test this, I modified the unit stats a little, so that one hit equals the percentage. And now look at that. Fact number 2. A unit firing from uphill deals 25% more damage and also takes 25% less. The next step was finding the transition between receiving that bonus and not receiving it. And I noticed that it was a bit lower than the height of a normal cliff. But that's not a satisfying result. So now it's getting tricky again. How can we measure height in AOM? Yes, there is a grid, but nothing that goes into the air. Since I only need to know how high a certain area is, I programmed a little random map script that does the job of rendering some predefined elevations for me. This time I just placed some archers in here and looked out for the advantage kicking in while I was tinkering around with the numbers. The height value I ended up with was 7, but something looked just wrong. The hill seemed much higher this time compared to my previous test, and some suspicion crossed my mind. I went back to that scenario and compared firing on the farms with firing on a manor. While the farms took bonus damage, the manor did not. But after rising the terrain a bit further, so that the top of the manor had approximately the same distance to our arcus as the farm had earlier, both took it. And this cleared the case for me. The height that triggers the bonus is not calculated from one ground a unit stands on to another ground a unit stands on, but directly, and this is stunning, from 3D model to 3D model, which is the actual unit height. Equipped with this knowledge, I repeated the second test once again, but this time, instead of having archer against archer, I decided to go with my farms once again. You simply can't get any closer to the ground with any other unit. This finally brings us to fact number 3. You only get a hill bonus when you are 5 inches above the head of another unit. Wait, JeHathor, you are talking about units, but what units get this bonus now? Yeah, you guessed right, it's ranged only and excluding special attacks and flying units. Conclusion. The hill bonus in Age of Mythology is something that you should always have on screen. However, most hills in random maps are too low to play this bonus out. I would like to see it changed into something that grows gradually instead of being a all or nothing. But maybe this will be included in future patches, who knows. But what do you think? Should the hill bonus have more impact on the game, or is it something that should be cut? Write it in the comments. This should do it for this video. Grab yourself some bolts, let's do this.